European Exploration of Texas, Alonso Alvarez de Pineda, and Early Explorers. Welcome to Historical Voyages, the podcast where we time travel to meet history's greatest explorers. I'm your host, and today we have a remarkable guest, the first European to map the Texas Gulf Coast, Spanish explorer Alonso Alvarez de Pineda. Captain Pineda, welcome to Historical Voyages.
Gracias. I am honored to share my story with your listeners.
Let's start with your historic journey in 1519. What brought you to the Texas coast?
The governor of Jamaica, Francisco de Garea, commissioned me to lead an expedition. He wanted us to find a water passage to Asia, but also to map these unknown waters. I commanded 4 ships with 270 brave men.
That's quite a fleet. What was your first impression of the Texas coast?
It was magnificent. We spent 9 months exploring every inlet and bay. The waters were rich with fish, and we saw many native settlements along the coast. We called this land Amical.
Tell us about some of your discoveries.
Our greatest discovery was proving Florida wasn't an island. We also found a great river, what you now call the Rio Grande, and the Mississippi River. We were the first Europeans to document its mouth.
What were some of the challenges you faced?
Life at sea was never easy. We faced storms, disease, and the constant worry about food and fresh water. Our ships were wooden, and we navigated by stars and basic instruments. But my crew was brave and skilled.
How did the Native Americans react to your presence?
Most encounters were peaceful. We traded with them and learned about their fishing practices. They were skilled people who knew these waters well.
Your maps were used for over a century. Did you realize their importance at the time?
I knew detailed maps were crucial for future voyages. Every bay, every inlet needs to be documented. These waters were unknown to Europeans, and the accurate maps could mean the difference between life and death for future sailors.
Your expedition opened the door for Spanish exploration of Texas. How does it feel to have played such a crucial role in history?
I was simply doing my duty as a navigator. But see, I am proud that our maps and documentation helped others understand this new land better.
Before we wrap up, what would you say to students learning about your expedition today?
Remember that exploration is about more than just discovering new places. It's about careful observation, detailed documentation, and respecting the peoples and lands of you encounter.
Thank you, Captain Pineda, for sharing your story with us today. Here is a map of the Texas coast, and you see Pineda's route on the dotted lines. That was Alonso de Alvarez de Pineda, the first European to map the Texas Gulf Coast. Join us next week when we'll be speaking with another fascinating explorer from history. All right, it's time for a brain break. We're going to navigate around the classroom. You're going to get into groups of 4. You're going to choose one person to be the navigator, and the other 3 will be the crew members. You need to set up a simple obstacle course using chairs, books, whatever you have available. And then you are going to set up a safe path with a start and a finish course. Your obstacle course must have 3 turns or changes in direction. The navigator's role. The navigator cannot touch the course or guide with hands. You can only use compass-like directions like north, south, east, and west. turn left, turn right, take 3 steps forward, etc. The navigator gives directions to guide the crew safely from start to finish. The crew, your role is you have to follow the navigator's directions exactly. No peeking ahead. Listen carefully and trust your navigator. All right, let's get ready to set up our course.